Hello, my dear students of class 6. This is your literature teacher, Pratik sir. We are back with the second session and with the next chapter, that is chapter number 6, Shipwrecked. It has been taken from the Adventures of Robinson Crusoe. So, here, Robinson Crusoe is a man who gets shipwrecked and stuck on an island with no food or tools for survival. So, how he finally survives. So, that is the story that we are going to read. What is shipwrecked? Shipwrecked is his ship gets meet with an accident and it sinks down to the bottom of the water. Okay. We started off on our voyage in good weather. So it is Robinson Crusoe, he's the narrator himself. He says that we started off on our voyage in good weather, although it was very hot. After about 12 days, however, a violent tornado came from the north. The waves rose high, the skies were black, and the wind howled through the sails. So the winds were moving in so great speed that it was making noise when it was crossing the sails. Two members of the crew were washed overboard, and after a day or two, the ship began to leak. Okay, we changed our course and drove out of the hurricane, but the next day, a second terrible storm attacked us. We could see the shore of some unknown land, but the sea was very rough. Means the sea was very tumultuous. The rain dashed down, and we were afraid to approach close to the land. Our only hope was to clamber into a small boat and try to row to the shore. So, clamber into means climb into another boat, okay, in the ship, and they would row over to the island. Four of us managed to get to the boat into the sea and we jumped into it. Many of the crew members have died in the storm. Okay, the ship was leaking. It has met with an accident, natural disaster, and it was about to sink. So four of them managed to go to the boat into the sea and they jumped onto it. We rowed with all our might, but the waves were like mountains, so the waves were too much high. We struggled on, but at last a gigantic wave, gigantic means very huge, wave greater than all the other hurled our little boat into the air and it sank beneath us. So this wave mountain have brought them down. This boat also got drenched out. I'm a good swimmer, and for an hour and a half I battled in the stormy sea. As I caught sight of the coast, a huge wave would lift me up and carry me out to the sea again. So, as Robinson Crusoe was trying to come to the coast that he has seen, the waves were carrying him back to the mid ocean. So, he was trying again. Again and again, I tried to reach the shore. Again and again, I was thrown away by the raging seas. So, the more he was trying to come to the shore, the more he was getting back. Means the seas were not allowing him. The sea was in a violent condition that it was not allowing Robinson Crusoe to come to the shore. At last, I hurtled towards the shore and fell down exhausted on the sand. So at last we have come to the shore. The night was dark without a star in the sky, and I knew that lying on the sand would be dangerous. I crawled away from the sea as fast as I could and came to some bushes and trees. So in that island, strange island, he came to find some bushes and trees. I didn't know what wild animals there would be in the forest, so I climbed up on one of the trees and made myself comfortable between two great branches. So he was unknown to that island and he didn't know what animals can be there and they might attack Robinson Crusoe. So he hurriedly climbed onto the tree. Okay, so upper part is the safer part. So he climbed onto the tree and made himself comfortable between two great branches. So there I slept the night as well as I could. In the morning, I looked out across the sea, and there was our ship a quarter of a mile away from the shore. So he could see the broken ship in the shallow waters. I came down the tree and found a stream where I drank some of the cool fresh water. I lay down and slept again. So he was basically very tired. I drank some of the cool fresh water. I lay down and slept again. The sun was high in the sky when woke up. I resolved to go out to the ship and try it and bring some things which could be useful to me on this island. So he thought of getting to that shipwreck, okay, to that wrecked ship, and get some things that could be useful to him in this island, because he was without any weapons, without anything. So he must have brought some food, some things with him. So he have went onto the shallow water to get what, to get the things that were still available or that might be there in that wrecked ship. I plunged into the sea and made for the ship. At last, after a hard swim, I managed to reach it and discovered a rope hanging over the side. So, what did he see? He saw a rope there. With great difficulty, I pulled myself up the rope and reached the deck. The storm had damaged everything. There were broken masts and torn sails and pieces of rope all over the ship. I went down into the cabins and found an axe. On deck again, I cut the masts and rope and made myself a small raft. A raft means a small boat. I managed to get to this raft to the sea and tie it to the vessel with a rope. So you could see what is a raft. This is a raft. He was bringing the things from the ship, from the wrecked ship, back to the island. So I found some of the seamen's boxes on board and filled them with stores, bread, rice, and cheese. So he saw some boxes and he filled those with bread, rice, and cheese. He needed some food there. I also found some clothes which I piled onto the raft, and having found a broken oar, I cast off from the vessel and started for the shore. So, what is an oar? This is an oar. Okay. I cast off from the vessel and started from the shore for the shore. When I reached the sand, I carried the things up onto the dry land. The next morning, I walked along the shore and up a little hill. So, from there, I could see that I was on an island. I was a prisoner without a friend in the world. So, he was all alone there. But wild beasts. There were several wild animals. The next day, I went back across the sea and brought more stores from the ship. So similarly, he did the same thing on the next day, getting to that wrecked ship, and getting the things from there. The next day, I went back across the sea and brought some stores from the ship. Every day, I toiled. Toiled means working hard. I brought tools, wood, rope, nails, sails, and clothes, and sugar, and flour, and bread. So these are the things that he was bringing from the ship. In one of the wooden boxes, I found gold and silver coins. The sunshine made them sparkle. So how could he see? How it was easy to see the gold and silver? It was very easy to go see the gold and silver because the sun was shining and it was reflecting and it was sparkling, means shiny. What use are you to me? I asked. Everyone in the world desires you, but me? Means he has got nothing to do with coins here. Okay. Because no habitations, no human habitation, so he do not have to buy anything. So why need money? He does not need any money. When I got back to the island, I noticed that the sky was black. Great clouds rolled up from the west and rain poured down. I saw a ship at our sea rise and then sink beneath the huge waves. During the next few months, I busied myself in making a house with a strong stockade round it. Stockade means actually fence covering the house. I used one of the cells from the ship for the roof. I cut down the trunks and carried them to the house and slowly built a strong stockade to keep our wild animals. The months passed in hard work, and one day I set out to explore the whole island. The journey took me 3 days, and when I got to the other side of the island, I found a delightful valley. So, getting to the other side of the island means he was on one side and passing on to the other side. What did he see? He saw a delightful valley. Okay, a great, beautiful valley. There were wild grapes, so the valley was covered with what? Why it was called beautiful? Because there were foods. There were wild grapes and limes, and I collected a quantity of this. So he collected fruits there, and of these, and I took them back to my house. House means the stockade, where he had made his own house in that jungle. Okay, and how he have made the stockade? He have made the stockade with that wrecked ship. Okay, all the woods, cutting the woods from that wrecked ship, he have made his houses. One day in the forest, not far from my house, I found some wild goats. I picked up a baby goat and carried it home with me. In a few days, it became quite tame. Tame means, tame means it was becoming quite pet now. And after that, it never left my side. So the goat was with him all the time. After a year or two on the island, I decided to make a small boat. I chose the wood carefully and cut and walked the timber for many months. So he was making boat. You can see in the picture, he was making boat. I made a sail from after a year or two. Okay, sorry, and cut and walked the timber for many months. I made a sail from some of the canvas I had brought on the shore from the ship, and with a good wind, the boat sailed well. I taught myself how to make pots out of mud, how to make them hard and durable by burning them. So he learned pottery, okay, alone. I grew some corn and rice and also some wheat, and I taught myself to make bread. My life on the island was a happy one. I had a good house, plenty to eat, and plenty of work to do. One day, I was walking along the seashore, thinking about my home across the seas, when I suddenly looked down. There on the sand in front of me was a clear footprint. It was not mine, but the footprint of another man. So he gets a company. Actually, the people have come to save him. Okay, so many have got, might someone have got the knowledge that he was there, he was all alone, so people have come to save him. So that is how he have learned through the difficulties of life, that how to survive yourself. It's a life lesson that you can get through, okay, from this chapter, that any hurdle can come in your life, but you have to be strong, be healthy, and work your mind enough to dwell into those conditions and come out with flying colors. Okay, so this is what the story teaches us. Who have written this? It's written by Daniel Defoe, who was born in London, was an English writer and journalist, and most celebrated from his novels Robinson Crusoe and Moll Flanders. Defoe began his career as a merchant and later wrote many political pieces as a journalist and gained popularity. Around the age of 59, he published Robinson Crusoe, his first fiction novel, which became a bestseller. This is the imagination created out of imagination, okay, fiction. He produced more than 300 works in his lifetime, including fantasy novels. His stories have been adapted into many movies and plays over the years. So this Robinson Crusoe story has also been adapted as a film, has also been shown as a film. Okay, you'll get the question answers in your next class and the exercise along with your marked meanings. Okay, thank you.